Here I am.
Take the sandals from your feet, for the place on which you stand is holy ground.
Who are you?
Good morning everyone, it's Anton on the go here, and I'm off to another adventure by myself. So this morning, I am going to a very special place that is very far from Cairo. It is the Sinai Peninsula. Now, all of you might be thinking, Anton, why are you going there? Is it safe and all? I am going to visit Mount Sinai, which in the Bible and in the Torah and in the Quran for the Muslims, it is very important because this is the mountain where people believe that Moses received the 10 Commandments, where he heard the voice of God. So it is roughly a 5 to 8 hour drive from Cairo. So it's gonna be a long trip. Definitely a very long trip. But I heard it's one of the most worthwhile trips ever. So I'm very excited for that, to be honest. So we're here. I'm here in the shuttle. It's 9 a.m. and off we go. We're gonna be stopping in several checkpoints because of the safety issue, but it should be fine. And we should roughly be arriving in the Sinai area late this afternoon. So stay tuned, everyone. With so many passages in the Bible and other holy books referring to the country of Egypt, it is only expected that a lot of miracles and many important parts of civilization's history have occurred here. Far away from the Great Pyramids of Giza and 278 miles from the Cairo metropolis, in the middle of the Red Desert of the Sinai Peninsula, is the tiny city of St. Catherine. Here it is believed that thousands of years ago, Moses encountered God while climbing Mount Sinai. So we are just here at the checkpoint because we are crossing from Egypt to the Sinai Peninsula. There's a tunnel, so we are crossing there. Just went through some security checkpoints. We had to remove our bags, place them on the conveyor belts, get checked and all. The military is here. Probably also because of the whole conflict with Israel and Gaza. So that's a factor. So yeah, we're just waiting. It's just been an hour into the trip, but our guide Ahmed, told me that there will be a lot of checkpoints along the way. So it's expected anyway. So stay tuned, everyone. As of now, everything's okay. There's nothing wrong and all. Just patience and just relaxing. So Ahmed, what did you say again? What is this tunnel again?
This is tunnel down Suez Canal.
Oh, okay. The Suez Canal.
Which is connected Egypt like Egypt with Sinai.
The Sinai.
So we are right now through these tunnels moved from Africa to Asia.
To Africa to Asia.
It's called the Ahmad Hamdi tunnels.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Connected Africa with Asia.
Okay, so we are now officially, geographically speaking, in Asia. I mean, this is still part of Egypt, but this is still part of Egypt, right?
Of course, yeah.
Yes. So this is still part of Egypt, but geographically speaking, this is already bridging the Asian continent. We are here at another checkpoint. Yeah, they took my passport. I think they're just checking it. And according to Ahmed, because that, Sinai Peninsula, there's a lot of resources here and there's not so many people living here, except for a few resorts down south in the southern Sinai Peninsula. That's why, there's a higher military presence here. But it's pretty safe, that's what he said. And I take their word for it. Everything seems pretty chill. Regardless what the media says about the current situation and about this region. Mount Sinai, also known as Mount Moses and as Jabal Musa in Arabic, is a mountain said to be in the same location of the biblical Mount Sinai. Known as among the greatest figures in the Old Testament, Moses is also known as the founder of Israel, lawgiver, leader, and proponent of monotheism. Of the tribe of Levi, he was born in Egypt during a persecution when all the Hebrew male children were killed under ancient Egyptian rule. As the famous biblical story goes, Moses is placed inside a basket by his own mother on the Nile River in order to save his life. He was later rescued by Pharaoh's daughter and educated at the royal court. Many years later, after learning of his true heritage and identity, Moses became revolted by the way the pharaohs were treating his people. After murdering an Egyptian overseer, he fled into exile in the desert of the Sinai Peninsula. Later on, God appeared to him in a burning bush and told him to deliver his people with the help of Aaron. When Moses arrived in Egypt, Pharaoh refused to listen or comply with Moses' wishes, and according to the Bible, God sent 10 plagues, pressuring the king to release his grip on the enslaved Hebrews. The plagues did not make Pharaoh relent, until the death of every firstborn forced him to yield. Moses then led the Israelites through the years-long exodus, but he is excluded from the promised land because of his lack of confidence at the waters of contradiction. The prophet died on Mount Nebo after pronouncing the 3 memorable discourses preserved in Deuteronomy. He was buried in the valley of Moab, but to this day, no one knows where. Because of this, Mount Sinai is considered a sacred mountain by the Abrahamic religions, namely Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, all of whom believe that God delivered his 10 commandments to Moses at the summit of the mountain. From then on, this area, as I mentioned, is considered holy ground and has attracted attention from both pilgrims and tourists from all over the world.
Do you remember like when we just maybe turn left, you know?
Yep.
The main road? So
Yep.
like that's to the main road, it was like one small line like this one.
Yep.
That's only for 2 vans or 2 buses, you know?
Hello everyone! So we finally arrived here in Sinai, in the Sinai Peninsula. We have Ahmed here. Remember Ahmed, our guide? Hi Ahmed, and Saeed, our driver. So thanks be to God, we're safe here from Saeed's drive. Yeah, so it was, we took around 6 hours, right? 6 hours?
Yeah, about 6 hours.
5 to 6 hours. So we just arrived and we just came here in the restaurant. And if you see outside over there, I didn't anticipate, you know, the Mount Sinai area to be this well developed. So according to Ahmed, that this place is actually becoming much more popular, especially in the last few years. I need to get some sleep. We all need to get some rest because the hike apparently starts at 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. and it will take a few hours to reach the top of the mountain. Our food arrived. We have some chicken, kofta, salad, soup. What soup is this?
Like a chicken soup.
Chicken soup. I say like potatoes, I think. Some bread. Yum. Nice. So I now arrived here in our hotel here in Mount Sinai. I think it's called the Catherine Plaza. It's pretty nice and cozy. And it seems empty with no tourists, no people over here. I think I'm the only person here. I have this entire place to myself, Mount Sinai. A lot of reflection, downtime. So this is my room. It's pretty nice actually. Nice king size bed or queen size bed. There's air conditioning. Yeah, nice bathroom as well. Very simple but clean. I was wrong, there are actually people here. I just guess that, you know, no one is really walking around right now because, you know, it's very hot. And, you know, it's 4:30 in the afternoon, so it's late afternoon here, but, you know, the sun is still really beating down. And yeah, you don't want to be walking around in this kind of dry heat because this is the middle of the desert. The sun is setting and they called us to dinner, so I'm here right now in the dining room, just just waiting maybe for the others and for the meal to be delivered. Just going out on a little night walk. I'm just very astounded by the mountain. I'm so sure I think this is Mount Sinai, but such a beautiful lake. With the sun just hitting. So it's gotten a lot cooler. And our wake-up call tonight is at 12:30 in the morning. Because we have breakfast at 1 a.m. and I think we are gonna be climbing up by like 2 a.m. or like something, and it's gonna take almost the entire night actually. So I'm gonna be heading back soon to get a bit of shut-eye, a bit of rest at least, before we do the major hike. I'm not sure where the monastery is, St. Catherine's Monastery, but you know, it's somewhere here in the area. And apparently the burning bush where God spoke to Moses is apparently still intact. So I'm very excited to see that. Saeed is making tea now with his mini oven. It's a nice time for tea now because it's a bit, you know, it's cooler. Nice evening. Good morning. So it is currently 1 a.m. So I only just got a few hours of sleep, but it's okay. I'm very excited to climb up Mount Sinai, which you can't see because it's still dark. But yes, I'm gonna ride the van and they're gonna take me to the place to where the Bedouins are to take me up to the mountain. Good morning! Good morning, Saeed. Morning over there. Morning, Ahmed.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. So let's rock and roll. So right behind me over here, this is Mount Sinai, right, Ahmed? This one? Yes, over there. Mount Sinai is over there. So they keep the pathway lighted. Are there people climbing up now over there, or?
I think yes, so like, but I think today we don't have like lots of visitors here.
Yeah, so it's just me. It's not a lot of tourists today, but I'm ready to tackle on Mount Sinai. Alright everyone, so Ahmed just had to finish some paperwork, but I'm off to now with my Bedouin guide. And off I go now to climb up Mount Sinai.
Dreams take me higher into the blue unknown. Feel the fire burning, heart made of stone. Ride with the wild wind, chasing the endless.
Yeah.
We are here. This is
Stars in the black
where we came.
Yeah.
We have come only 2 kilometers.
Okay.
Here we will be 6.
Yeah.
Here the stairs way. Here this is the top with the summit.
Okay.
We'll be here 7 kilometers.
Right.
Altitude here 1770.
Okay, we're over like 2.5 kilometers. We've been hiking and we've stopped here in the cafeteria, which is open. We passed 2 other cafeterias, but they were closed. So we're gonna stop here for a moment, you know, just to rest. And there's the camel, Mr. Camel. So hello everyone, this is my guide over here, Mohammed.
Yo, friend. Morning.
Hello. Good morning. Good
We're
morning.
close to halfway.
We are halfway. So, not just 2 kilometers anymore.
Like 3.5.
3.5. Wow. Amazing.
Have some things wrong.
Okay.
For example, actually, we have come 4 kilometers.
We're 4 kilometers already.
They bought it, we have come 3 kilometers. But we're already walking 4 kilometers. And here not 4.2, here should be 6. Here where is the stairs?
Okay.
Here we should be at the top,
Yeah.
should be 7, not 4.85.
Alright.
What about the altitude? Right, 1,922.
Okay. We're doing good for time. Very good. We made another stop. I don't know how high up we are, but we had another stop and look what I found. Philippine flag, kababayan. Okay, so we just climbed around like 650 steps. So we are here at our last stop, last coffee shop stop. And it is now, I think, like 4 a.m. So those lights over there, that is the St. Catherine Airport. So we're pretty high up right now. In roughly like an hour, we're gonna climb our last 5 to 10 minutes. I'm out of breath because that climb was really something, but very worth it. We're just gonna stay here for an hour and then make our final climb to the peak of Mount Moses. So what Mohammed also told me is that people usually call this Mount Sinai, but in reality it's really called Mount Moses because Moses came up here. He climbed up this mountain every single day for 40 days. So I'm telling you, people back then were much stronger. That's why they used to live longer. We shall take a momentarily break. There's blankets for rent because it's quite cold. That's why I'm wearing my hood. So guys, we're not yet at the peak. I'm still waiting for Mohammed. We've been waiting here for almost an hour, but as you can see, the sun is starting to rise. No words can describe the beauty. No video or picture can just capture how beautiful it is up here in Mount Moses.
The night sky along the trail was very beautiful, and I've never seen so many stars in my life. It was also very quiet, providing the pilgrim or tourist with a soul-triggering experience. As a Catholic, this gave me the opportunity to pray the rosary while tackling this difficult but worth it trek.
So we are now going up, making my final ascent of Mount Moses. I should be there in 5 minutes. Absolutely breathtaking.
All these pieces broken and scattered. Mercy gathered, mended and whole. Empty-handed, but not forsaken. I've been set free. I've been set free. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
finally reached the top. There is the church. So this is the spot where Moses received the 10 Commandments. Sun's about to rise. Beautiful view. The sun is rising, guys. Absolutely breathtaking. So this over here is the church, which unfortunately is closed, and this is the mosque. So it's very nice actually to see, both major religions alongside here each other on the mountain where God gave the law, the 10 Commandments.
The location as to where Moses received the 10 Commandments, or where God spoke to him through the burning bush, has been debated. Many claim and theorize that the real mountain of Moses is in fact in Saudi Arabia, but the general scholarly consensus still points to the traditional Mount Sinai in the Sinai Peninsula. Regardless of what you believe or what you may think, whether the prophet Moses was here or whether the location of this holy place is actually in Saudi Arabia or here in the Sinai Peninsula is a matter of faith. However, at the same time, a trip to Mount Sinai is definitely a must for every pilgrim and/or tourist coming to Egypt. Believe it or not, the mountains and trails offer breathtaking views, and the local people are very hospitable and friendly. Not to miss especially is the dawn hike to the summit of Mount Sinai, which I just took to watch the sunrise.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, come on. Mountain, we are the mountain Moses or Mount Sinai, okay?
Yes.
There, like you see, Moses cave, where the Moses taken the 10 Commandments.
Oh, okay.
Behind the cave there, the mosque.
Yeah,
The mosque was built from 400 years ago. 400 years ago. But the first building up this mountain, not the cave. Sorry, not the mosque, the church. But exactly not this one building.
Yeah.
The first building was built from 1,000 years ago.
Wow.
But this building, church here, was built 1936. For example, from 8 years ago.
Okay.
This one built by the Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity who is building this one. The key of this church, we are not say church, we say chapel, because it's not open all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they have some groups coming, they are friends with the monks, they can leave the key because the church have some icons inside. Can't leave it, can't still open all the time.
Yeah.
And there we have the mountain St. Catherine.
St. Catherine Mount.
St. Catherine Mount, right? This is the highest top here in Egypt on Sinai also, 2,600 meters. We are here 2,285 meters,
Yes.
where we are now up the mountain Moses. And actually, do you know the story of the St. Catherine Mountain?
No.
Do you know the story of Katrina?
St. Catherine?
Katrina. Actually, Saint, this is like the holy, but the Italian language.
Okay.
Katrina, she's the girl. She was a beautiful girl. She was living in Alexandria city. This is in the gypsy time people, in the time of the gypsy. She was the first girl taking the Christian religion. She was the first one to be inside the Christian religion. And she was so beautiful. And the president of this time, when he found it, any girl so beautiful, he need just for her, he just for enjoy with her. But because she was a Christian, she can't do that with him.
Yes.
And she tell, sorry, I can't do that. And he said, if you are not do that with me, I will kill you. And she don't listen, don't care. And he already killed her. And after he killed her, he left all the body of Saint Catherine around Egypt. And he left the hand of the Saint Catherine up this mountain.
Okay.
This is before anything here.
Yes.
And after that, he left who is Christian with Katrina, because Katrina, before we die, she already have some people, they are Christian with her. And he left them. I don't kill anyone Christian more, but don't stay with me where we are living in Alexandria, but you will stay in any mountains. Don't stay with me here. And all of them, they are coming to stay here in the Saint Catherine place. And after that, they are stay around here. They are staying in the caves, just pray like that. And after that, they are starting one by one to stay where is the Saint Catherine Monastery now.
Down there.
And someone from these people, he was a monk, he saw at night like 7 days direct when he sleep about the Saint Catherine hand around here. And after 3 days, he said, it's not just dream, this is the message. I will check about that. And he already go up this mountain
up there
to check about this. And he already found the hand of Saint Catherine. And after that, he changed all this place about the Saint Catherine by the Katrina. They named Katrina.
Okay.
Who is this name?
Very interesting history.
Yes.
So this is the church, which is closed because the key is with the monks down by the monastery, apparently so. But regardless, very, very nice place.
الجحيم ولتالله إن كدت لتردين ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين.
Considering its beautiful surroundings and its proximity to the Red Sea, visiting Mount Sinai is usually a part of a combined tour to the Monastery of St. Catherine. I especially recommend Egypt Tours Portal because my guide was especially very helpful during this pilgrimage trip. Accommodations are available in the small village of St. Catherine if you would like to spend the night, and which is close to the foot of Mount Sinai. Not surprisingly, temperatures can go down below zero during the winter season, so be prepared for the cold if you choose to visit between the months of December through March. I went during the month of July, and it was already freezing at some points. Camping at the top of Mount Moses is also available and recommended for those in search for an adventure and soul-triggering experience.
I'm on my way back down now the mountain because we're gonna have breakfast and visit the St. Catherine Monastery, which opens at 9, so we have to get to that.
The other base, the walls leave here.
The Prophet Elijah? Over there.
So close one, this one.
Yeah.
Till they said till 70 years.
70 years.
70 years. And also down there where the green place, we have another way also to climb mountain, 3,000 steps.
Wow.
All the way steps actually.
3,000
This way it's
steps.
closed in this time because a little bit dangerous in the winter time, and they are closed all the way.
So what did you say again about 70 years? The well? Or
Moses Elijah
lived here for 70 years.
70 years, yes.
Lived here. Elijah. Ah. Really holy mountain.
All the place here.
So I'm back here in the hotel. Hello, Ahmed. Good morning. So we just finished breakfast. I'm gonna pack my stuff in my room, take a quick shower and change. Off to St. Catherine's Monastery, as you saw a while ago. And we're gonna head back to Cairo. So now we just checked out in our hotel. We are headed for St. Catherine's Monastery to go tour the place for a bit, to see Moses' burning bush, the burning bush of Moses. And after that, we head for the road again.
This area, as you can see, it's a walking out.
Yeah.
You know, you're walking out. The way down, like.
So we're inside the monastery of St. Catherine. Very beautiful, centuries old monastery right here. So over here is Moses' well. It's dried up already, right?
It's dry.
It's dried up, but this was Moses' well. Over here. And here we have Moses' famous burning bush. Well, it's not really a bush anymore, but you know, as the story goes in the Bible, God called Moses through the burning bush, and Moses was afraid. And movies such as The Ten Commandments and The Prince of Egypt adapted the story. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, it's not really a bush anymore, but it grew. And it's still green. Yeah, this is a mosaic, an icon of the art. So apparently the monastery also served as a fortress. Right, served as a fortress, and there is, you know, the guard tower up there. So apparently this monastery was built around between like the 4th, 5th, 6th centuries, around that time period. It's been here for a long time. Burning bush. So we just left the St. Catherine's Monastery. I couldn't really video inside because, you know, the monastery is still a working abbey, still a working monastery with Greek Orthodox priests in there, Greek Orthodox monks. So, you know, the church there according to Ahmed, is most of them, no, not even most, all of them aren't Egyptian. All of them are from Greece. Okay, and you know they're quite strict. You know, I'm wearing shorts right here. I wasn't allowed to wear shorts. There are places there where you can't take pictures or videos, so I couldn't take a whole lot of photos and videos. But yes, we visited the monastery. It was very nice, and now we are on our way back now to Cairo because it is very worth it. Absolutely recommended.
الواحد بيشد كده على كتفه ويمشي الموضوع. خلي بالك انت برضه عشان انت في صوت انت في حاجات مش حاسس بيها. يعني انت مثلا عشان انا مثلا
So we are now passing again the tunnel that is bridging quote-unquote Asia to Africa, North Africa. This is the Suez Canal, isn't it?
yeah, so it's not above us.
Yeah, so the Suez Canal is above us. So hello everyone, I'm back here now at the hotel, and that pretty much concludes our Egypt trip. It's been very tiring but very fun, very fulfilling. Met a lot of very nice people. Shout out especially to Ahmed from Egypt Tours Portal, and Omar also, and to our drivers, Adil, Saeed. Okay, you guys have been very awesome. And for those who are watching this one, if ever you go to Egypt and want to go on a tour to the pyramids or to any of the temples here in the country, contact these people. Okay, you will not regret it, absolutely. But yes, so I am back from my Sinai trip. I was, I'm exhausted, but for some reason I couldn't fall asleep. I tried sleeping, but I guess it's the adrenaline rush. But anyway, guys, so that concludes, as I said, my Egypt trip. If there is anything that you guys want to see, any content that you wish to see, please comment down below, and please click like and subscribe. See you guys next time.